Okay, I'm going to call to order the regular meeting for the Batavia City Council for Monday, December 18th, 2023. I want to begin the meeting to ask Chief Mazza if he would come up and report to you. We just had an accident involving a Batavia police officer, and I want all the council to be aware of what was the circumstances. Chief?
Yeah, I just wanted to inform you that one of our officers tonight, while he was on duty patrolling out on North Batavia Avenue, was driving northbound. Vehicle, this is under preliminary investigation right now, vehicle that was stopped at Houston Street westbound, crossed the intersection and struck the officer's vehicle, T-boned it right there at Houston at 31. The good news is it doesn't appear as though there are any injuries, but if you could please keep him and the department in your thoughts and prayers, that'd be appreciated.
I already had somebody show me a picture of the squad car, so I know that, we were lucky. And we had, sometimes we have these things happen right before a city council meeting, and one time we had it and I didn't ask for the report, so I thought tonight, so everybody here would be on the equal, because you may very well have people tomorrow or tonight or something ask you about it, so I wanted you all to be informed as to what it is. And from all the reports we got, they took him to the hospital, but it looks like he's going to be okay.
For precautionary.
Yeah, precautionary. So just so you all know, that's the latest issues in Batavia. Okay, call the meeting to order. I'd ask you all to rise for a brief invocation to be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Tonight, being that we are commencing the start of holiday week, Christmas week, I just want to make mention of the fact of how fortunate Batavia is to have the citizens we have and the quality of members serving us in government on all the elected boards. And certainly I feel very strongly that we are blessed tonight to have the city council we do. And while we do disagree and have debates, I think everybody is here to do what in their own hearts and minds is always in the best interest of our community. And for that, it is a real Christmas blessing to have that as part of our community. As always tonight, I want to ask for a special blessing on those from our community who are serving in foreign soil in defense of the liberties of the United States of America. And I just ask for a special blessing for these men and women as they go about their vital missions. Tonight also, I want to just ask for vision and understanding and appreciation by the members of the council when they debate things, and also members of the community who may be watching our meeting and trying to gain understanding about the issues before us. Tonight, we ask for a very special blessing on our community for the coming week, and that all may enjoy the blessings of the holiday and whatever their face, and that we know that all things being equal, Batavia is regarded by many as one of the better communities to be found any place on the face of the earth. We ask for all these blessings. Amen. Who hasn't done it? Alderman Wolf, you want to lead us to Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ask the acting city clerk if she would call the roll.
Barraza? Here. Lancy?
Here.
Beck? Pieper?
Here.
Chanzit? Alderman Chanzit? Wolf?
Here.
Sofa?
Here.
Barron? Here. Lehman? Here. Ayazi? Malay?
Here.
Yor?
Here.
Saron?
Here.
Vogelsinger? Okay, so we...
11. So we have 11 aldermen present, so we have the necessary quorum to conduct business.
we have 10.
10.
I thought,
4 empty seats.
yeah, there's 4 empty seats, so it's 10. We still got enough aldermen to conduct business. Okay, reminder to ask everyone, if you're going to address us tonight, that you come forward and use the podium, and please use the microphone because this is all being recorded for BATV. We want to make sure everybody hears everything that's being said. Moving to item number 5, items to be removed, added, or changed on tonight's agenda. Do we have anything? Very good. Moving to the consent agenda with the absence of Alderman Chanzit. Who's next in line? There's somebody. Alderman Ur.
Okay. Move to accept the consent agenda as read. Accept and place on file building reports for November 2023, October 2023 City Council Financial Report, Historical Preservation Minutes October 23rd, 2023, and November 13th, 2023. Approvals, December 8th, 2023 payroll of $1,024,499.55. Accounts payable check register of $7,130,785.10. City Council minutes December 4th, 2023. Resolution 23-138-R, authorization to purchase a 2024 John Deere 524 wheel loader from Westside Tractor Sales for $140,225.01. Ordinance 23-65, amending the city code to allow for off-site document storage. Resolution 23-139-R, authorization to purchase a 2024 Toyota Model 05-8FBM45T electric lift truck from Atlas Toyota Material Handling for $79,047. Resolution 23-135-R, accepting public utility easements at 1252 Pearson Drive. Resolution 23-133-R, accepting the public improvements at 1252 Pearson Drive. Ordinance 23-66, amending the municipal code relating to electric rates for customers over 50 million kilowatt hours annually. And Ordinance 23-64, amending the liquor code for allowance of packaged liquor sales by a Class K license holder. I move that we accept a consent agenda as read.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Ur, second by Alderman Malay for the approval of the consent agenda as presented. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Ur,
Aye.
Beck, Saron,
Aye.
Lancy,
Aye.
Baraza,
Aye.
Barron,
Aye.
Lehman,
Aye.
Wolf,
Aye.
Ayazi, Malay,
Aye.
Pieper.
Aye.
10-0 with 4 absent.
Motion's approved, 10 yes, no no's, 4 absent, now 3 absent. Alderman Vogelsinger has just entered the meeting. So we now have 11. All right, moving then to item number 7, which is matters from the public for items not on the agenda. Do we have anybody this evening wanting to address us? Okay, moving then to Chief Hansen for recognition of the Firefighter of the Year.
Good evening, Council and everyone. It's my privilege tonight to be able to present our Firefighter of the Year for 2023. A little background, the Batavia Fire Department Benevolent Association Recognition and Awards Program is intended to recognize and reward accomplishments and important contributions of the members in the Batavia Fire Department. This program seeks to establish a partnership between management and the employees in encouraging, identifying, and recognizing the distinctive and extraordinary achievements of those in our department and/or community. All members of the Batavia Fire Department are eligible to be nominated for any of the categories of awards. Nominations may be made by any member of the department or by a citizen of the city of Batavia. A volunteer committee of the Batavia Fire Department members from all different levels of the department reviews the recommendations and achievements for everyone nominated and then selects those persons who are to receive an award and determine under which category they will be honored. The Firefighter of the Year Award is intended for the department member who, over the course of the year, has continually put forth an effort of the highest degree. This may involve fire suppression, emergency medical service, fire prevention, training, or any combination of the above. Further, it may involve an individual event or a collection of exceptional performances. This is a member who truly makes the department a better place because of them and what they have done. This year, it's my honor to introduce firefighter paramedic Joe Zellick, who was selected for the 2023 Battalion Chief Randy Zeese Firefighter of the Year Award. because of his actions witnessed on EMS calls. He provides a superior patient care, is an effective advocate for patients and their families, works with others to foster a positive work environment. He demonstrates professionalism when interacting with patients and their families, as well as other fire and medical professionals. He demonstrates his commitment to training with the recruits, EMS personnel, and his coworkers. Above all, Joe is always polite and courteous, and he has an excellent positive attitude. So it's my honor and privilege to introduce Joe Zellick and his wife, Kristen Zellick, because as we all know, it's a team effort. Sure. And especially for Joe. Joe was our first recipient this year who couldn't attend our awards banquet because he had just had a new baby. So they have two very young children, 2 years of age and a couple of months, right?
2 months, yeah.
2 months. So a little too cold for the kids to come out tonight. But they were able to make it, and I know the mayor has a few comments. But we have the other members here. They were all selected through a voting process. So congratulations, Joe, again.
Just want to make a few comments about Joe. The Batavia Fire Department's 174 years of age this year. It was founded in 1866. And from that, one of the great movements of the Batavia Fire Department was in 1949 with the support of the Batavia Rotary Club. They bought one of the new things that was called the resuscitator. And they put it on the fire truck. And then in 1954, they bought a panel truck that they created into a rescue squad. And if you were to look at the records of the Batavia Fire Department over the years, the vast majority of the calls, more than any other, has been emergency medicine and rescue support. And so you come into this with a lot of history behind you in this department, but certainly from what's been described to me by the chief, your good actions has certainly make this a shining example of what our department has always been about. And really, I think adds a lot of pride to the history of the place because we've done this service and have been so successful at it. And I will never forget the fact that in 1954, when they bought the first rescue truck, they went out and knocked on doors, and everybody in the community was asked to make a donation. And almost every person, a dime, a dollar, there wasn't a lot of big donations, but in one night they raised, I think it was $3,443, which is the amount of money in 1954 they needed to buy the rescue truck. And so I think that the history is always there, and tonight is you kind of add to the glory of what this is all about. I just, on behalf of the community, I want to thank you and express our admiration and appreciation and your best wishes for the days ahead. So thank you.
Thank you. One more.
Got to get on the website.
You got lots of duty going on tonight. Communications, administration.
Right on cue, they got a call.
Yeah. Always.
Always.
All right, moving then to item number 9, which is Main Street, and we are honored to have our executive director here. Beth?
Hi. The indoor market is up and running. I don't know if any of you have had an opportunity to go over there. It's at the new location at Grainology Brewstillery. It's a really great location. It really adds a lot of charm to that market, so please check that out. That's located at 131 Flynn Street, Unit C. if you need some gift ideas, our holiday gift guide is still out there. We're to almost 700 unique scans on that initiative this year, so a lot of great ideas. Last weekend, we just finished the 4th season of the Boardwalk Shops. There will be a couple that'll be open this weekend, so just check socials for that. But of the 9 shops that we have, 5 will be continuing in some capacity in the downtown district. Thrown Threads has their location. Blue Owl Market is joining the Mercantile, and then Signed by Crystal, Simply Curious Soap and Gathering will be joining forces to have a shop at 10 East Wilson, and their soft opening is this Thursday from 5 to 8. The applications for the 5th season is currently open and will be open through January 31st. You can go to our website, downtownbatavia.com, for all the vendor information and the application. JT's Tavern is currently now open. They're at 113 South Batavia Avenue. Went to the ribbon cutting there today, so check that out too. I want to congratulate New Moon Vegan. They received the Backing Small Business Enhancement Grant presented by American Express and Main Street America. New Moon was one of 25 recipients of this $25,000 grant, so we're really proud of them for that. And then on January 16th at 9 a.m., Main Street will be hosting a session with the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunities for the downtown merchants and really anybody who wants to come. And it'll be a session on the various grants and loan opportunities available to small businesses. And that's right here. So that's about all I have for today. Anybody have any questions? Yes?
Is there an indoor market this coming Saturday?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
So January 16th for that meeting?
That is on January 16th at 9 a.m. And it's our representative from the DCEO.
And also congratulations for a great year.
Yeah,
the
thank
markets
you.
went over really good, and I really like the new location.
Yeah.
It's been packed every time I've been down there so far, so I think it really worked well.
Well, we are averaging about 150 additional attendees each week, which the indoor market is slower. So it's been a really great partnership.
Is that compared to last year's numbers?
Last year's numbers, we averaged about 250, and right now we've gone anywhere between 400 and 460. Yeah, at the new location, so.
Yeah, on behalf of the city council, I just want to add, as Alderman Wolf just did, congratulations to the city and our thanks for the great effort that's been put forth by Main Street this year.
Yeah.
You've brought some key ingredients into the downtown, and certainly the crowds that we've gathered on Saturday mornings at the farmers market has really set Batavia apart from many others. And it's amazing to me the number of people that I see that I know from other towns that are coming in there and wanting to come to this market. And I know I've been down there a couple of times. You've seen me, and I'm waiting because I've been told by other mayors from other towns that they were coming to Batavia on that particular Saturday, whenever it was, to see this farmer's market because they've heard so many neat things about it. And I think everybody had in the back of their head they wanted to kind of borrow the idea from Batavia. So I don't know if we're going to get any more. I haven't heard about it, but there's been other communities in here nosing around and admiring what you've done there. So I appreciate that good effort, and it speaks well to, I think, what Batavia has put together here as far as a community that now draws in people from other towns that want to see the good things that are happening here. So thank you for making us a special place.
Well, thank you guys for all your support.
Bye. Well, all those who worked with you too, you know. So
Yeah.
Thank you all for everything that's been done.
All right, thank you.
Okay, moving to item 10, we're moving right along here tonight. Resolution 23-140-R, authorizing execution of a contract with PowerLink Electric LLC for Batavia Public Works Generator Replacement Project. Gary, you gonna present this?
I can really quickly, yep.
Okay.
Scott Haynes had prepared the memo. He summarized the bid opening that occurred. We actually did have 5 bidders, and all, as you can see from his memo, the bids were all very close to each other. And of more note is the fact that we originally budgeted $250,000 for this project last year when we didn't know how, supply chain and what to expect. but the actual low bid came in at $143,124, so significantly lower. This replaces a generator that was put in right after I got here, so about 14 years ago, and that generator was a hand-me-down from the downtown well number 2 there by the old city hall. So the generator came out of that well and was moved over to Public Works. So we're replacing a generator that had been replaced by another generator, so we get our use out of things at Public Works. So this will be the first generator that actually will power our facility, though, and not just a few circuits. So we are recommending to go forward with PowerLink Electric. Scott checked their references. They were all positive. We're recommending an amount not to exceed $153,124. That includes a $10,000 allowance for unforeseen issues. So that's our recommendation.
Gary, correct me, this also has a grant that we got to pay for.
I'm sorry, that was a huge thing, yes, that I should have mentioned, yes. This came from the state of Illinois. We did get a grant through the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, and we actually received a $250,000 grant from the state. Thank you.
So do we get that full grant amount or just the amount of the?
That I do not know, because we wouldn't have known the actual amount until the bid opening, which was just a few days ago.
And I would say wait until it's done, especially with delays or any premium if they don't get it right away.
My guess is we will only be reimbursed the expenses
for whatever we
incur.
spend. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, still good news.
But it'd still be covered, so that's the good part of it.
Yep.
Would somebody care to make a motion to approve the resolution?
I'll make the motion that we recommend, or we approve Resolution 23-140, authorizing execution of contract with PowerLink Electric LLC for Batavia Public Works Generator Project.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Wolf, second by Alderman Malay, for the approval of the Resolution 23-140-R, authorizing the execution of the contract with PowerLink Electric LLC for the Batavia Public Works generator replacement. Any further discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Wolf?
Aye.
Malay?
Aye.
Aye.
Pieper? York?
Aye.
Saron?
Aye.
Lancy?
Aye.
Vogelsinger?
Aye.
Baraza?
Aye.
Barron?
Aye.
Sofa?
Aye.
Lehman?
Aye.
Passes 11-0.
Motion's approved by a vote of 11-0. Thank you. All right, moving then to Resolution 23-141-R, adopting the Batavia Fire Department Strategic Plan for 2024 through 2026. And Max is here to answer any questions, or?
Since this is the last resolution of the year, I think we're ending on a high note.
We had the presentation at the committee meeting.
We're going to have you review the strategic plan.
Yeah, like I said, I gave a presentation last week. Happy to answer any questions on the strategic plan. Like I said, we'll be loading this into ClearGov, which is how we're going to be tracking the plan, and that should be up and running sometime in January. And we'll come back to you all and sort of introduce you to how that'll work with the city plan as well. And then also, I'll just use this as a reminder, we'll be having a special committee of the whole meeting on January 3rd to go over the city strategic plan. But yeah, if anyone has any questions about the fire department strategic plan, I'm happy to answer them.
I have a comment. I'm very happy that we did it. I think it's an exciting thing to, expand that out into the different departments and have strategic plans for each department. And I think this is really a good step forward.
Yeah, I'd say thanks for introducing this, whether it's our overall strategic plan or this, it's very organized and easy for people to either dive into or not, or just see 30,000-foot views. So, yes, thank you for
I
doing
will
all
add, we are working on a one-pager for you and your residents that you'll be able to give out, trying to distill as much as we can down to 1 or 2 pages. A little difficult, but we're going to find a way to do it.
I think the great thing too is the way this stuff is laid out in the plan. It's very easy for somebody that wants to dig into it once it's online to go through there and look at that and see what, the department or the city is up to.
For sure.
And, how we lay out when we're going to show measurement of what we've accomplished. So I think that's always great, because to me, without measuring it and keeping track of what you're doing, plans don't mean much.
The saying is what gets measured, what gets done.
Yep.
So that's kind of how we approached it. But yeah, with ClearGovs, it'll be additionally clear that how everything stacks up, and hopefully that'll help you and your residents see what we're doing on a day-to-day basis.
I missed the committee meeting last week, but I did watch the meeting after and read through the entire strategic action plan. And there was a lot of great information in there, a lot of things that I learned, which I think it was even good for us as a city council to kind of get a deep dive on what's going on in the fire department. And, I'm excited to see the other departments do this in the near future. I know it's probably a lot of work for you and, Chief and everybody on the fire committee. So I just really appreciate the time that went into that, and excited to see where it takes the department in the future. I think it's an excellent step for any organization to do something like this. So,
for sure.
Yeah.
And
thank you.
Like you said, it does take a lot of time, but it is extremely good time well spent. When we do this planning and this thinking through how we do things, why we do things, that's really where we see process improvements, innovation, and all these things that you're looking for from us as a staff. So when we take the time to go through this, and like I said during the committee of the whole meeting, adding just this one position as a management analyst has allowed us to take that time, take that look, and just keep that in mind and see what we've been able to accomplish just with that. So thank you.
Yeah, you kind of front load your time, right? Because now it's a working document and you never really
Absolutely.
have to start from scratch again.
Yeah, and that's, you're right, that it is designed to be an iterative document, that the plan we pass today is not going to look exactly like where we are 3 years from now. That's okay. Things change. You put a plan in before COVID, you never predict that's going to happen. You think, assuming all goes to plan, it'll be in place, but that's not how things work in government. So, but we'll keep you apprised of what goes on and all of that. Thank you all.
Anybody else? Motion for approval of the resolution.
I'll make a motion that we approve Resolution 23-141R, adopting the Batavia Fire Department Strategic Plan for 24 through 26.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Wolf, second by Alderman Lehman, for the approval of the resolution for our Batavia Fire Department Strategic Plan from 2024 to 2026. Any further discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Wolf,
Aye.
Malay,
Aye.
Pieper,
Aye.
Ewer,
Aye.
Saron,
Aye.
Lancy,
Aye.
Vogelsinger,
Aye.
Baraza,
Aye.
Barron,
Aye.
Sofa,
Aye.
Lehman.
Aye.
Motion passes 11-0.
Motion's approved. Thank you very much. All right, Laura Newman's home with a cold, so she's not here tonight, so I don't know if anybody, Max, the administrators are all in the holiday spirit. They don't want to. All right, do we have other business from the council tonight?
I have one thing, Your Honor. I just want to, end of the year, I would like to thank everybody for all their support all year long, all of I've been through, and it's really comforting to know that I've had so much support from everybody, not just here, but everybody in the city. I just wanted to state that. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, quickly going to the mayor's report. I just got a short story I want to share with you, and then we all can go home. Obviously, I've lived in this town all my life, and I just had a birthday and all that good stuff. This past weekend, I was down at McDonald's, and I came out the door, and this person yelled my name, and it took me a moment. I turned around, and I didn't recognize the gal. I didn't recognize her right away, and then she identified herself, and I had attended Batavia High School from 1963 till 1967 was the years I was there. She was a couple years ahead of me in school, but we had had some study halls and whatever together, so we knew each other. So, she said she hadn't been in Batavia in 45 years. And she had come back, and she had some in-laws that were having a special thing for Christmas this year. So she came back from California to be part of her family. She said her kids are all grown now, so some of them came too. So anyway, she says, I just want to share with you a couple of observations. She says, I cannot believe what has happened to this town in the last 45 years since I last laid eyes on it. And we're standing out here in the McDonald's parking lot, and she says, Jeff, do you realize when I left here, this was a dump, and it looked like a dump. There was all this garbage laying around. The factory buildings were down here. There was stuff sitting out in the yards. Houston Street had not yet been built. The old high school was still on the top of the hill. The river was being abused. It was full of dirt, and the river banks weren't maintained. And when I left, she said in 65, I couldn't have been happier to get out of here. And she says, I can't be happier to come back here and see what all has been done. And I said, well, we've been very fortunate. We've had a lot of citizens donate money, and we've got a pretty visionary city council that we're working with now, and everybody wants to do stuff. And I said, she says, I can't believe what you did with all the old factory buildings. I said, well, the body company, which used to stand across the street here, that was totally tore down. So she had no memory of that. And she said, well, there was a much larger number of buildings over there where the city hall and police. I said, yeah, we tore a bunch of those down. And she says, well, I've just come from visiting my great aunt up at River Rain Apartments. And I got to tell you, that was the nicest thing anybody ever did for her, was building that. And I said, well, myself or none of the members of the council were in office when that was done. And I said, at the time it was done, there was a lot of opposition to this, but people went ahead and approved it anyway. She says, I quite honestly don't know what my great aunt would have done had she not had that facility to go to. And whoever did it really made it special for old people to retire into Batavia. And then she says, and one thing I got to tell you, I'm just amazed at is how clean the Fox River is, and with the bike bridge that goes across it, and the names you've hung on them all, and the fact that you've still held on to some traditions, and you still got the Christmas tree down on the island. She says, I always remember that from when I was a little girl, and what a great memory that is to come back and see that standing there. And she says, probably the biggest thing I got to tell you, she says, you know, I was in that high school during its last years of being around, the old high school. And she says, you know, when they told me they were tearing it down, I was kind of sad about it. But boy, I went up there and walked through that library, and boy, she called Miriam Johnson was the librarian for many years when we were in school. She says, if Miriam Johnson could have been here today and seen that library, she'd have a smile on her face that would be across town. So she was extremely complimentary. And I just wanted to share with you guys the end of the year, the story that we've had old timers come back and visit, and they're very amazed, pleased, and honored to be able to call Batavia their hometown for what has been done here. So everybody here should be pleased to know that people are looking upon the efforts that have been made to make this a very special place. And so the other thing I will tell you that we're seeing is our growth is going really crazy right now. And, you know, in the last 2.5 years, as near as we can tell, we've built about 549 new living residents in Batavia. And right now we've got, you'll be hearing about it after the new year, I'm sure. We've probably got another 300 that want to come in here and build houses in the immediate future. And then everybody says, well, what are we going to do when Fermilab adds 2,200 employees out there? That ought to be a shot in the arm for the Batavia community. Well, we don't know that one yet, but that's something all of you are going to get a chance to work on. But we've just had a remarkable thing, and we've been nosing around in the records here. When you come in and apply for water, sewer, and electric, we ask you where you're coming from. And it would appear that a goodly number of the new residents in Batavia have all come to us from the city of Chicago. And it seems to be, if we talk to them a little bit, it's predicated on the fact that the quote-unquote Northwestern line is in Geneva and the Burlington line is in Aurora, and those are Metra commuter lines beyond the freight that's on, and that we are very, very close to the I-88 interchange down in Aurora, specifically the one out on Orchard Road. And so people think, well, it's not bad. You got the transportation facilities here on both sides of town, and, you know, we can move in here and live out here. And so one woman came in and told us that she wanted to move. She had to move out of the north side of Chicago because every night they turned on the 10 o'clock news on 2579 or 32, And the first 10, 15 minutes of the newscast every night is about the latest shootings, robberies, murders, carjackings, or whatever. And she doesn't want to live in a town that's nothing but crime. I mean, Chicago is certainly not that, but that's all the stories that are on the news every night. And so that was, I think, the driving force that took her out of Chicago. So we've just got a lot of unique situations going on, and I wanted to share all this with you as we begin a new year and after the next meeting will be in the next year. We've really got some nice opportunities, but we have some pretty good challenges before us, and I think all of us need to be aware and awake, and I know we are. I'm very proud of this city council, and I'm thankful for all of you who have stepped forward and, come down here and debate and vote, and, we all seem to be able to go our different directions, but at the end of the day, our best interests collectively seem to be what's in the best interest of Batavia and its people. And we should be very pleased with the job that we are all doing here. So I just wanted to end the year by saying that. So thank you. Alderman Wolf, you want to make a motion?
I'd make a motion for adjournment.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Happy New Year.